Hey everybody. In my last video, I was trying to walk up and down the parkway and see as many cars as I could, and I didn't make it all the way around. I'm going to try to look around and pick up the cars that I didn't get yesterday. So anyway, let's see what I missed yesterday. Now this caught my eye, and I don't even know what it is, but it is definitely unusual. And let me show you. Let me show you what I can. But anyway, it says Napa Valley Redneck on the top there, and it's got a wine theme going on. I guess here you can see the seats are made out of I guess what would be wine barrels or whiskey barrels, and even the instrument up here, they got smaller wine buckets there for the outline for the instruments. Looks like a GM steering column there. And I'm guessing maybe the fuel tank is in this barrel or something. No, there's a fuel filler down here, so it's going to be underneath the thing there. But anyway, this is definitely different. That looks like a little fan there that maybe spins as it's going down the road there. It's pretty neat. This is the way this car started out as a, what kind of Buick?
76 Buick.
76
like
Buick.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's all through the book. You can see every piece of it put together.
That is a lot of work put into converting to that.
And that's the day it was finished.
Here's a 69 Chevy. It is a Malibu, but they have really built it up. They got 496 badging here on the fender. Old style American mags and red line tires on there. Has a dual gate shifter. Now here's a 57 Chevy that is just very original looking. Looks like it might have looked like on the dealership back in the day. That one's really nice right there. And looks like it's got the original interior. If you're looking for an original 57, this would definitely fit the bill. Here's a 1960 Chevrolet in white. It is a 4-door. It has the Biscayne trim on it. And it looks pretty original also. And they added some nicer tires and wheels. Okay, now we got kind of a Frankenstein type deal here. They've got like a 58 or 59 Chevrolet front end on this pickup truck right here. And it says Pappy Hall's Moonshine. But as you can see, the back of the truck is like maybe a 90s model pickup truck that they've done this Frankenstein stitching right here. You can see going down the side that looks like they just kind of added that front end onto the truck. But anyway, it's very interesting, pretty cool. And they looks like they got a makeshift home made moonshine still going in the back here. Now here's like a 70 to 73 model Camaro. It's black with those white stripes. And that white really stands out against the black there. but it looks pretty original, other than the wheels on there, and I like the wheels. They look good on this car. Looks like the original seats, or I don't know if they are or not. I thought they were more rounded on top, but maybe not. They do have an aftermarket instrument cluster in there. Here's a pale yellow 55, and I think that's a factory color on that. But I think I saw this one going down the road yesterday at some time. Well, I found a few Mustangs here, and it looks like all three of these Mustangs are fastbacks. I'm thinking the one in the middle here is a 70 model. And I think the blue one there is a 69. And the white one on the end, I'm not sure, is 67 or 68 maybe. But anyway, these all look pretty nice, or good looking cars. This one has the wing and the louvers on it. And so does the 70 model here in gold. They get the back here. It's got Mach 1 badging on that one right there. This blue one right here, it is an automatic transmission. And this gold one here, this Mach 1, it says it is, or it don't say, but I looked inside it, a 4-speed car. And Ken has got his name and number there on all three cars. The white one, I looked inside it here, and it is a automatic also. And this actually got blue line tires on it. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm used to seeing the red line tires. Oh, this is a really bright red 57 right here. I talked to the owner and I told him this is one of the brightest reds I'd ever seen, and he said it was him too. See, it's got red and black interior in here, in leather. And they have added aftermarket gauges in there. Here's another Camaro in dark blue metal flake, it looks like, white stripes. I don't know the year model. I think this body style ran from like 74 to maybe 77, somewhere in there. And there are ways to tell, the differences, subtle differences, but I don't know what they are. Very original looking inside there. He has added that hood scoop to it though. And from what I can tell, it looks like they did a pretty good job. They probably just bought the entire hood, be my guess. Something I did notice is his paints or stripes are actually painted on, which usually, they'll use the vinyl decals and stuff, but this is actually paint. Good job. Okay, they did some amazing things with this 69 Camaro here. See, he's got aftermarket wheels on it here. But look where how he's changed out the power plant in here. Got the supercharged badge in there on the hood, and it is a manual transmission. It looks like, no, it's not. That little shifter just makes it look like it's manual, but it's actually automatic. Aftermarket gauges in here, and what looks to be a carbon fiber spoiler there on the back. Okay, here's another Camaro again from the early to mid 70s, and it's still got the wheels on there that would have come from factory. Got the big Z28 broadcast there on the hood. I remember back when these were new, everybody thought these were just really something, and they were back in the day. And they still are. Still like them. It's got houndstooth interior in it, and this one is a manual transmission. And again, they got it broadcasted on the back there, that C28 also. They wanted everybody to know, I guess. And here's like a mid-60s Chevrolet. I don't know how you classify this, whether it be like a Suburban or something. It does have a rear passenger seat in it, I see. But anyway, matter of fact, if you know exactly what you call this, let me know. I've looked for badging on it that might show me, but I don't know. I haven't been able to find it. I had a 64 model years ago, and these creases you see on the door, I had them on mine. The hinges would go bad and allow the door to come too far, and you would see a lot of these type trucks have that mark in it during back in the day, I guess. Check out those smoothie wheels on there, though. I actually kind of like those on here. Now here's an old Ford pickup truck. I guess it's somewhere in the 50s, and the paint is definitely not factory color, but you can tell it's an older paint job. It's faded a little bit, but it does look like it might be a driver that they drive pretty regularly. Here we've got a Nova and a couple of Chevelles. Looks like a 68 and a 66 Chevelle down there. But the badging on this Nova says 540, and that's a heavy duty looking engine there. Impressive. And this 68 over here got Corvette covers on the engine there, so I guess it's an LS out of a Corvette. Again, impressive. Now the Nova here with the 540 in it, it's got racing seats and a roll cage put in it, and got big slicks on the back there, so I guess it's tubbed down a little bit. And the 68 Chevelle over here, it's got a dual gate shifter, bright red leather interior. And the 67 over here is a convertible Super Sport, and I can remember many years ago, somebody had one of these for sale, and they were asking like $2,000 for it, and we thought, man, you're crazy. But things have changed over the years. I would gladly give $2,000 and a tip for this car now. Here's a clean little Fairlane 500, and I'm taking this picture at a little bit of a distance because I wanted you to see the stance of the car and the way it sits up. I actually like the way that car is sitting right now. Let's take a look inside here. Interior looks still factory looking. It's a good looking car. Got the old Krieger chromes on there. I know this isn't car related, but I was walking through the parking lot here, and I saw on the curb somebody has sprayed an outline of Bigfoot here on the curb for some reason, but you don't see that every day. I just thought that's kind of unusual. I thought, well, I'll throw that in there. Now here's a big old Edsel that somebody has restored, and it's in black, and they've done a good job. And it's a convertible to boot on top of that. Edsels don't get a lot of love and attention most of the time. This one still has what looks to be original style interior, and the dash still all looks stock. Now these little Fox Body Mustangs are showing up more and more at car shows as they're getting a few years on them. And this one's in red, and it looks like it's in really good condition. Here's a 55. It's in black also. It's got, I refer to these a lot of, they're not really old style American mags, but I refer to them a lot as that because it's the same, I guess, style. This one still has bench seats and an automatic on the column, which has become very rare now. Now here's an old Chevrolet panel van that looks like it's sitting on a like mid-80s four-wheel drive frame. Guessing by the wheels, they're the wheels that came on the frame. But as you can see, they're doing a lot of stuff to this. I don't know if this is the finished project or if they're working on it, but they have done a lot of cut and patchwork on this thing. Actually created fender flares on the back wheel there also. And some things just look just kind of random there as far as the welding goes. It's a little different. Now here's a big old Cadillac. Somewhere, I don't really know what year model it is, probably in the 60s somewhere. But it's long and low. That is a huge trunk on this vehicle. There's a 67 Super Sport parked on the other side, and you can look where the trunk lid stops on the Chevelle over there compared to the Cadillac. There's a lot of difference in the two when you look at the roof line and where the cars stop at. Same way with the front end too up here. You can't tell as much difference from this angle, but there is a lot. Let me go at this angle. From the back, they're pretty close to the backed in the same spot here in the back. But when you go to the front and look how much farther the Cadillac sticks out than the Chevelle. It's like 3 or 4 feet. And speaking of the Chevelle, it is bright red, and it's got 427 badging on it there. Got the rally wheels, and it's really a pretty car. Okay, y'all, I don't know what this is, but it seats 8 or 9. I don't know if it does so safely, but well, I guess I'll give $2 to the first person that can tell me what exactly I'm looking at here, and that'll go. I guess next time you see me, if you're the first person, I'll give you $2. But this is definitely different. Looks like they just removed the body off something. And look, I put plywood down here and bolted the seats down. This definitely falls into a rat rod category, but I just don't know about this one. Here's another 67 Chevelle. It's got 396 Super Sport badging on it. Got the rally wheels. Let's see if it's a manual transmission. No, it's automatic. It looks really stock inside though. Here's a bright yellow Dodge Viper somebody's brought. And that black and red and silver stripe there really jump off the paint there at you. Here's a Mercury Montclair. I'm not sure the year model, probably mid-50s, but I've always liked these cars. These cars, if you had one back in the day, it probably got a lot of attention. This one is a convertible, and it looks like it's restored back to original. I don't know if it shows up through the windows or not, but inside, original interior it looks like. And this one does have the Continental kit on the back. It's from Florida. This convertible would look good riding around down in Florida. Here's a little maroon colored Ford. I'm guessing early 50s or late 40s, somewhere in that area. Here's a white Trans Am. Got the kind of silver, red, and black bird on the hood. Got snowflake wheels on it. The body looks like it's still in pretty good shape here. Look at this old Dodge truck here. They've got a lot going on. It's kind of rat rod looking. Big V8 in there. I'm guessing it's a Chevrolet or GM product. But it might not be. I'm not sure. And got a bicycle that's been converted or something back here on the back, it looks like. Looks like it's got like a sloped chop on it there. And you gotta have the Volkswagen Doodlebug show up at the car show. It's just, I think it might be a law in some places, but this is actually really clean. Nice looking little Doodlebug. One of the first cars I ever had was a Doodlebug. And it was kind of like I bought it for $50, I think. Now this truck here is advertising Wholesale tire, and I'll show you the better picture of the logo here in a minute. But it really looks pretty neat the way he's done it. The engine compartment's really clean looking in there. But here's our, I guess, mascot and logo. And that tire there is actually kind of scary looking. I don't know, but that's pretty neat. Kind of painted on some patina there, which I know is becoming more and more popular. So they can get back here on the back. And you can put some pinstriping on the tailgate there. Here's this Trans Am. I'm not really sure of the year model, but as I'm looking at it, I can't put my finger on it, but it seems like something is different about it. And those of you who know Trans Ams, y'all might be able to spot it right off. But let me know if you see anything unusual about the way this car's set up. Got this old Chevy truck here that's kind of rat rotted out until they sprayed it with clear. They even sprayed the inside there with clear, it looks like. There's a little black coupe. It looks like it might be set up for racing here. Got a tunnel ram and 2 4s on there. How you like those purple accents that's on the carburetors there? You got racing seats in here. I don't see a roll bar or anything though. Here's another 66 Chevy Super Sport. It's black with the rally wheels, got 396 badging on it. Let's take a look inside. Interior looks stock in here, and it does have a manual transmission. Okay, this green Chevy pickup looks really good here, and the tag says it's a 51 model. It does have Wholesale American mags, it looks like, on there. A small block engine in here. That's really a bright green. My wife really likes this color truck right here. Even the spare matches. How you like the way they did the paint on this 60 Chevrolet with that big white band across the bottom there with accents on it. Boy, that's a big station wagon. I don't know if it's showing through the window good, but they got deep bucket seats in here. It is for sale or trade, it says. Got a little pin striping going around the front end over here. So they added a little pin striping around the back here also. And we got a 70 Chevy and a 69 Camaro sitting back to back here. This is a bright blue with black stripes. They've added a big scoop to hood there. Got LSX badging there on it. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, he did a little work on the inside. The door panels and all look stock, but the seats, he's bolstered them some and added a little bit of padding to them, it looks like. Okay, here's a 69 Camaro. It's actually pretty stock looking. I keep thinking these wheels come off the Chevy, and I seen a Camaro yesterday that had wheels like this on it. It's stock looking on the inside also, and it is a manual transmission. Now here's the other 69 that was backed up to the Chevelle. It is a Z28. And it's got an RS package on it. The hideaway headlights there, it looks like. Looks like they updated that engine some. It says 502 on the hood. It's got the houndstooth interior. has a dual gate shifter. Here's a 72 Chevy Super Sport in bright red. Here's a mid-60 Chevrolet truck in a really dark metal flake blue. It's got a white cab, and I say put a little orange or red looking dividing pinstripe there on it. And here's a little early to mid-70s Camaro right here. It looks like they put a Team Ford injected engine here in it. I've always thought those were kind of impressive looking. I mean, they just kind of look cool. It's fairly stock looking on the interior. It's got the seats are a little bit more padded with side boasters on there. How do you like the little purple coupe here that has the graphics on the side? It's a pretty little car. Got nice white leather interior in there and a digital dashboard. Here's a 442 convertible in black and white. I like it a lot. That's a sharp car. You don't see a lot of them. These cost a little bit more than the Chevys did back in the day. Yes, stock on the inside still. And if you'll notice, it still has what looks like the factory 8-track player down in there. And there is an 8-track in there. It says Oldsmobile. I've been one of the years ago they would give you demo tapes to kind of showcase their sound systems. Here's an orange Chevrolet pickup truck, and the paint on it is really slick, that orange, but I see he's whited out the front bumper. He's got one of those kind of bench seat combos there that got the little console and cup holders in the middle. And looks like it's got that rubberized material in the bottom of the bed, but the bed just looks straight as can be, so no problem there. It's a good truck, good bed. Black 56 Chevrolet is very stock appearing. It's got the little dish hubcaps on there still. And they actually look like they're new. Aftermarket, I guess. As you can see the interior, it all looks, stock style in here, but they do have aftermarket gauges that they put in there. And here beside of it is a little Malibu that it looks like they've got set up for racing. You can see it's got a big heavy duty engine there, and it's got Cadillac on the valve covers, believe it or not. It's got that dump exhaust right there in front of the back tire. And let's take a look inside here. It is a purple, well, two-tone purple interior. And they've even put a poster up on the dash and stitched in Malibu on the dash there. And just saw this, says Flying People Purple Eater. So if you've ever heard the song, I guess we're singing about this. Well, I guess not, because I think it was one-eyed, one-horn Flying Purple People Eater. This thing may fly in terms of speed, but probably wasn't singing about the car. Now here's a Ford sedan in black. I'm guessing it's probably in the 40s, somewhere on the year model. But this thing's very original looking. And let me show you in the windows here. We've redone the seats and rolling tuck there. Might be a reflection off the window. I don't know how well you can see that. But I have learned to appreciate almost all types of automobiles. There's a lot of art that goes into it. And this is a nice example of a car back in the day. You would haul your family around in. Now you could haul your family around in this too, but there's little tighter quarters in there, and you could probably go a little bit faster on here. But they've added an aftermarket hood on here. This is a nice 67 Camaro. And looking inside there, it is a manual transmission. Here's a nice little mid-80s square body truck in black. It looks like they removed the trim off the side there. I'm maybe going to add it back, because I see they didn't fill in the trim holes there, if you can see it. But right now it's not on the truck. The windows are tinted pretty dark. But it looks like it's pretty good shape. Here's a black Chevrolet. I'm thinking it's around the 62 model, 62, 63, something like that. It is a post car. And it's showing Biscayne trim there on it. And inside, wow, they've done a lot. You got brown leather interior in here, and the dash is brown, and I can't tell if it's painted the exact same color as the seats, it looks like. That looks really good in there. And there is a for sale sign in there, but there's no price that I can see. Just that number. Now here's the El Camino. I'm thinking it'd be a 68 model, but I'm not positive. But it does have a big block engine in here, and the badge on the side says 396. Now here's a 4-door 57 wagon that I actually like this station wagon here. They got the windows blacked out. I can see he has leather interior in there, but I think it's just too dark. You may really get a good look at what's in there. Yeah, they've done a little to this, and made it look pretty good. What happened on a lot of these cars, the clips would mess up, and they'd just put screws in that stainless steel trim there. Now this looks like a little bit more natural patina on this one right here. Looks like it's been sitting for a while and rusted a little bit. Then they kind of cleaned it up and sprayed some clear over it. Looks like they have cleaned up the interior a little bit though. It looks like the seats have been recovered in here. So it looks a little rough, but it's comfortable on the inside. Well, this green and gray really goes good together on this hot rod right here. Really pretty Camaro RS 67 model. We got some really good shine on that paint. Let's look on the inside here. It is a manual transmission. Black 55 here in black and gray. See, they've upgraded those brakes and put a power booster in there, which is always a good idea. Updated the interior. They've got an aftermarket instrument cluster there. The steering wheel is a factory look, but it's not as big as a factory would have been, I don't think. Okay, here's a 61 Chevrolet. And they put a LS engine in here. And it is a postcard, as you can see there. And it's got the rear roof there on it. And it is manual transmission in here. Yeah, look at that overhang on that back window there. Here's a 49 Ford. And it is in red and white. It kind of reminds me like a Coca-Cola car or something. Got side pipes on it there. Oh, they've done a lot of updating on the interior of those. Got these bucket seats. Yeah, you don't see a lot of these. A lot of people don't make hot rods out of these or anything. Now here's one of these Tesla trucks. If you hadn't seen one up close, I've seen a few on the road and everything, but anyway, it's definitely a little different looking. You know, the way it's all squared up in shape, I wonder if it's has stealth capabilities like the stealth fighters do. But anyway, I just saw it sitting here. I thought I'd take a look at it. And they got ducks on the dash like they used to do. But look at that one giant wiper blade there that goes up the side. That one swipe gets the entire windshield. Now I think this is a little Studebaker here. Yeah, looks like they've got it tubbed down. Now I see they got a roll cage in here. So he's pretty much set this thing up for some speed. It looks like, but he's made it look really good also. Studebaker Lark, I guess he's got Lark stitched into the seats there. Okay, now they got this, I guess early 50s or late 40s Chevy truck. It is slammed, it is sitting down on the ground. I guess he's got airbags in there to lift it up when he gets ready to go someplace. Now, if you like things all automotive, here's something you might be interested in too. Here's a motorcycle that is very custom. So they got a Scorpion there on the front of the, they call it an air down or wind catcher. But yeah, this is a little different right here. does have a trim off of an early 50s Bel Air. It looks like on there. Here's a bright red and white 55 Chevrolet. Got a small block Chevy in there. And it looks like they've done some custom work in the interior in here. And they got a console and bucket seats, and I think it's an automatic, but the way it's in there, it looks like a manual. I saw that earlier on the car, but I do believe it's an automatic. Okay, here's a really bright white street rod here. Looks like it would be a small block Chevy in there. Okay, right in this area here, it looks like we're in a big gaggle of Corvettes. There's some over here. There's a 68 Camaro with bright blue, almost purple looking. Got this white nose stripe going across the hood. And it is a big block. Now here's a bright red Chevy truck similar to the year model I just looked at. This is the step side and short bed, and they've added a LS engine in here. It looks like this right here may be LED lighting to light this engine compartment up here at night. Well, the chrome on this is really gleaming. Customized interior, got an aftermarket instrument cluster there, leather seats, and a custom cover there on the back. It's a really nice truck. This says it's a 66 model and he wants $59,000. It really is a clean truck though. Here's a really nice little straight rod here in a dark red. Well, that was my look around Pigeon Forge today, and I tried to look at the areas I didn't look at yesterday for cars. There doesn't seem to me to be as many cars up here this year as there normally is on the week before the rod run begins, but maybe that will change as the week goes along. The big story last spring was cars weren't going to be able to be for sale on the parkway itself come this fall, and there are a lot of cars for sale up there, and they've got around that by, they just go back to the second row. And we even talked to some people who said they paid some of the store owners so much to kind of rent certain spaces there, and they had their cars for sale, and other people just parked their cars on the parkway, and they would ride on the car somewhere that in case of emergency contact, then they'd leave a number there. So there does seem to be a lot of cars still for sale up here, and they're kind of finding a way around the ordinance and everything they passed up here. So if you're up here looking for a car, or you're coming this weekend, there are plenty of cars for sale. But anyway, we're going to come back on Friday and look around and see how it's filled in, and we'll try to bring you a video of that too. So we appreciate you watching, and if you hadn't already subscribed, I would appreciate if you would do that and give us a thumbs up and like there. But until next time, I hope you are blessed, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.